Hey guys, welcome back to another impression video. Today I'll be showing my 1965 Marine Corps impression. So to start off, here's the P-56 utility uniform. This was only used by the Marines as far as I know. So yeah, these weren't really seen after 1965. Next over here is just my Marine Corps A-point. And right here is just my khaki trousers belt. And then right here I have my white undershirt. Guys were issued white undershirts at the start of the war. Then they started to dye them, so at the very beginning you mostly see just white shirts. Over here is my McNamara boots. I'm pretty sure is what they're called. These were introduced in 1961, I believe. I'm pretty sure this is like the later type sole. I believe this sole was introduced in 1967, so they're not 100% accurate, but honestly, it doesn't really matter because you're not really going to be seeing the sole anyways. Another main boot seen by the Marines were the M1951 combat boots. But those are really expensive and hard to find, but these boots here are pretty cheap and easy to find. In fact, I think these ones are dated 1978. I don't know where it says. I think it says somewhere on there, but yeah. Over here is just my M9A1 gas mask. I don't have the gas mask, I just have the bag. So yeah, these were seen whenever they landed at Da Nang, but weren't really seen afterwards because well, this was just extra unnecessary weight really. And then over here is something you don't see too much. This is a M1951 field jacket. It's dated 1955. These were really only seen like whenever it got colder during like the monsoon months, and like maybe when it started to rain, get colder a little bit on the coast, so that these weren't really seen too often. Next I'm going to move on to helmets and show you some different helmet setups. Right, so here's my helmets. This over here is the Mitchell pattern cover. Right here is the World War II Marine Corps cover. And over here is the mosquito net cover. So most commonly you see the Mitchell pattern covers, but you still see these two covers still being used a little bit. The main liners you see are mainly Korean War liners and World War II liners. This is a Korean War liner right here, and this is a World War II liner. You don't see the Vietnam liners all too much, early war. This helmet cover, I've never mentioned this in any of my videos, but this is actually repro. I got from Amazon a long time ago. Then this one right here is a first pattern Marine Corps cover because it has none of the vegetation slits. And this is made by World War II Impressions. And this one over here is just an original mosquito net cover. I'm not sure what pattern it is, but I think it might be like a third pattern or a second pattern. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, those are the helmets that you see early war. Alright, so next I'm going to move on to web gear. So to start off, I have an M1961 pistol belt with all the snaps still on it. The only thing that's not so great about it is this big rust stain in the middle. And then right here I have 4 M1961 pouches, with each pouch holding one M14 mag. In the middle I have a World War II jungle first aid kit, dated 1945. And over here I have 2 M1910 canteen covers. They are the post-World War II type, slash Korean War type, because they are in the OD green color. Inside I've got just two metal canteens with the plastic caps. Over here I've got my 3-cell grenade pouch. It is a 67 date one, so I think this was the last year they made this type of pouch. Here's what the back looks like. It still has the straps. Inside of it, I just keep these 3 dummy grenades in there. Got my early war M18 smoke grenade that I made myself. Over here, or not made myself, I painted myself. And then over here, I've got a dummy lemon grenade. And then over here, I have a pineapple grenade. Early war, some pineapple grenades were still being used, so that's kind of interesting. And then over here, I've got my Carlisle bandage pouch. This is like the later World War II type because it's green. It is 45 dated. Inside of it, I don't have the original bandage pouches. Have like some minor, like a bandage pouch that would have been issued or given to like minors back then, so that's kind of interesting. It fits in there like perfectly, so I just put it in there. And then over here I've got M1951 U.S Army suspenders. The reason why I have these here is because early war to mid-war, the Marines, some of them used Army suspenders, like the M1951 Army suspenders, because the M1941 suspenders aren't that great, to be honest with you. And speaking of them, they're right here. These are the OD green dyed versions, so you still see the khaki ones being used in 1965. I just have some shoulder pads that are dated 1945 on them. And then up here, I have a M1 Grand Bandolier. And for some reason, early war, the Marines were seen using these. You could fit M14 clips in there, so I guess they figured they may as well just keep using them. But you still see the M14 bandoliers, of course, but I don't have one, so I just have this M1 Grand Bandolier. Alright, so next I'm going to move on to my personal items, my haversack. Alright, so here's my personal items in my haversack. So to start off, here's my M1941 haversack with my M1943 shovel. Over here, I have 2 sea ration boxes, a few sea ration accessory packets, 2 B3 units, a sea ration spoon, P38 can opener, a mess tin, my eating utensils, my OD green towel, 2 OD green socks, a sewing kit. I'm not sure if this is a World War II sewing kit, Vietnam era, or a Korean War era, I'm not entirely sure. A reproduction Vietnamese phrase book, pretty interesting. I've heard that every Marine in 1965 would have had one of these, so yeah. Over here I've got a vintage razor, and right here I've got my Marine Corps pocket knife. And then right here I've got a M14 multi-purpose cleaning tool. I'm not sure how they will have used these, but yeah, that's what that is. And lastly, right here, I have some World War II boot dubbing. As you could tell from earlier in the video, the Marines were issued a lot of World War II things and Korean War things, so I figured this would make sense for the impression. Alright, so next and lastly, I'm going to move on to my the weapons that would have been used. So yeah. Alright, so lastly, here's my a few of my weapons. that you could use for this impression. So right here is my airsoft M14 made by SEMA. I've weathered it up a little bit. Nothing too extreme. And then I also put a real M14 heat shield on there. It's really easy to do. All you have to do is just pop, like put a screwdriver right here and right here, and just pop off the top cover, then slide this one on and pop it in. And then over here, I've got just my sling for it. Then over here, I have a M3A1 airsoft grease gun made by Matrix. I got this because I plan on doing a Korean War Marine Impression, and maybe even like a World War II one day. But yeah, these were still being used a little bit by the Marines early to like mid-war, and they were used a lot by like special forces like Navy SEALs and stuff. So yeah. Additionally, you know, the M60 was the main machine gun. The M20 Super Bazooka was used. The M1911, of course. And interestingly, for sniper rifles, the M1C Grand sniper rifle was used, and the Winchester Model 70s and the M40 snipers were used. So yeah, that's pretty much an overview of the weapons that the Marines used early in Vietnam. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. See you guys in the next video.